I bet the neighbors know my name. Way you got me screaming down and said the neighbors know my name. Cause haters in the basement. Hater at home. Finally cuckold. The hater has moved in. I've pretty much set everything up there is to set. I'm making myself a game room in the basement here, adulting my ass on. And, it's been a hellish day, motherfucks. But guess what? The hater never stops working for the people. However, I didn't have an opportunity to watch SmackDown, which I will probably do now, but it's like 1:30 at night. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to upload this video because the internet people aren't coming until Monday. Verizon cocksuckers. Now, with that being said, the hater can just roam around the basement here, do as he wishes. Privacy at last, cucks. So let's get to the video at hand, all right? CM Punk, cucks. CM Punk is the subject of today's video. Now, the hater, as he was moving and doing all that stuff, the hater couldn't help but find out through some Googling up in this mug that, the favor of Paul Heyman of CM Punk was revealed. I bet you it's something dumb like Paul Heyman has to manage him. Like, if it's that, I think that might be it. That might be it, motherfuckers. But the favor was revealed, so all of you know it probably. The hater doesn't. SmackDown review tomorrow, so we'll talk about that in greater detail. But today's video isn't necessarily about that. It's largely about CM Punk and how this guy came and pretty much took over the main event spot that he so craved for many, many years. Now, again, obviously, when I say the main event spot, we're obviously talking about night one, which, as everybody knows, don't count, all right? Nobody cares about the night one main event. The night one main event is not a real main event, but nevertheless, it's being presented as such. So with that being said, we have to now consider it for what it is in the context of, WWE and WrestleMania. So CM Punk is now the guy that he hated. He is now The Rock. Remember when The Rock came back and took, quote-unquote, CM Punk's main event by beating his ass at Royal Rumble? CM Punk was, if we're being honest, justifiably upset. Because what the hell is that all about, right? CM Punk busting his ass, The Rock comes, takes the main event because he's better. Now the tables have turned. CM Punk is taking the main event from some nobody, no-name, jabron who would otherwise be in the main event. Maybe Jey Uso, right? And it's like you have to ask yourself, I know that people don't like Jey Uso and they didn't want the big man Jey Uso to become the WWE Royal Rumble winner, but nevertheless, that's what happened. So with all that being said, cucksters, nobody really cares about the aftermath anymore because it meant nothing, right? Jey Uso's big moment may as well not have happened. At this point, just have CM Punk win the Rumble and main event WrestleMania against Gunther or whatever, or have Gunther drop the title to Seth Rollins and, make this match for the World Heavyweight title and just have Gunther versus Jey Uso in the throwaway, meaningless match that it's going to be anyways. Now think about that. Think about how much better that would have been. The hater at 1:40 in the morning, came up with this idea on the fly. Just have, Seth Rollins beat Gunther for the title, right? Then all of a sudden Roman Reigns is like, I'm tired of not being champion. John Cena took the opportunity, so now I'm going to go after the other title. I don't have to earn this opportunity because I'm Roman Reigns. So I want Seth Rollins, right? Then CM Punk finagles his way maybe through the favor, right? Into this match. And then he gets like a real, albeit still a night one bullshit main event, but he gets a real main event opportunity out of this, right? He can say, I main evented for a title at least. But why do all this, right? When you can just turn CM Punk into the ultimate hypocrite by having him become exactly what he claimed to hate oh so many years ago, That's exactly what's happened. You can pretend, we can all pretend that this is not that, but that's what it is. The facts speak for themselves. CM Punk is someone who has now effectively destroyed, in my personal opinion, his reputation completely because what he has done is he has basically done the thing that he claimed other people would do. Now he has some clout. Ironically, he got this clout by complaining, bitching, and moaning about, the fact that his opportunities are taken away. And what does he do? The first opportunity he has to take away an opportunity, he takes it away, cucks. He is now in the main event. Again, I know I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but I want to stress forever, and I will continue to do so until after WrestleMania, and then I will do it again next year when they try to tell us that night one is a legitimate main event, which we all know it isn't. So nevertheless, CM Punk is taking away this opportunity. Now, imagine if you're someone that actually busted their ass, right? Not Cookie Rhodes, not Roman, not even Seth Rollins, because he wrestles like once every 7 weeks. Then he shows up with a dress on like the other 6, well, not even 6 weeks. He shows up with a dress on like 3 weeks. Then he talks 1 week. Then he wrestles the other week. And then 2 weeks he's gone to do like some other bullshit, you know? So like, not him. I'm talking about the real workhorses, right? I'm talking about, you know, I hate to say it, but you're Carmelo Hayes. You know, this year, you're Braun Strowman's. You know, before he got injured doing his own move, Bronson Reed, you know? And of course, Jey Uso, right? And I hate to say it again, but even Sami Zayn has had more of a presence this year than CM Punk. CM Punk has done nothing, you know? I always say like, oh, Drew McIntyre has done fuck all, which I stand by and I will continue to stand by because it's the fucking truth. But at the very least, Drew McIntyre the year before did more than CM Punk, right? And this year he's done basically as much as CM Punk because all he's done is feud with CM Punk and have like 2 or 3 other matches against other people, which is exactly what CM Punk has done. But at the very least, he's more deserving on it from a more, you know, prolonged period of time. Yet here we are, you know? Here we are. Nobody gets the shot because CM Punk must main event WrestleMania. Now, some of you are probably thinking, well, Hater, what about Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns? They're getting the opportunity. Well, it seems like nobody gives a flying fuck about that, right? The entire story of this match is CM Punk is finally main eventing. Seth Rollins doesn't even care. Not only does he not care, he doesn't want the main event because he's more concerned with CM Punk not main eventing than he is with himself main eventing, right? Roman Reigns, on the other hand, doesn't care even less. He doesn't give a flying fuck, you know? He's basically like, I'm just elevating these 2 jobbers from mediocrity into like, you know, the main event, quote unquote, night 1, cucks, you know? And he's saying this like he doesn't care about the match. You know, he's not taking it seriously. Like, who gives a flying fuck from his perspective, right? Now, again, it's possible that something happened tonight, you know, although I highly doubt that Roman Reigns was there. But if he was, something may have happened that completely negates what the hater is saying because haters going in blind. But it doesn't change the fact of what I saw last week. And now we only have 2 weeks. So the hater is looking forward to watching SmackDown in order to see what, if any, you know, new revelations have been made. I heard, based on like just going to WWE.com, there was a video, it was like 20 minutes long, it was part of SmackDown, that said like, you know, CM Punk reveals the favor. Like, bro, this better be something good. If this is like, my favor is, you know, Paul Heyman has to manage me as well, like, why is that even a favor, you know? Like, bro, if it's that, I'm gonna be pissed. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. Hater at home. Hater's back on the road soon, you know, because I'm gonna do that, keep doing that. But the reality is now, motherfucks, the hater's gonna be locked in. We're gonna get so many more videos and so much more content. I'm gonna need about a week or so to like gather my bearings because I gotta catch up with work and do a bunch of other shit that I've been neglecting as a result of this hellish week and a half, arguably almost 2 months of buying this house and then finally moving in this motherfucker, you know? But it doesn't matter. The hater kept going every day. So Hater Mania may have been a little bit lackluster, but don't worry, motherfucks. We're gonna pick it up. We're gonna pick it up like a bitch. And that's how it is, and that's how it's gonna be. Now, with all that being said, you know, this doesn't change anything that I said in this video. This doesn't change the fact that CM Punk has become a hypocrite. I mean, arguably, he always was. But think about that pipe bomb promo, which by the way, I'm fucking sick and tired of hearing about the pipe bomb promo like it was this like once in a lifetime promo. You know, what did he say there? Oh, Tyson Kidd and Luke Gallows deserve a shot, do they? Well, what about now, cuck? Wasn't Luke Gallows in the company like 6 weeks ago before he got released for the 19th time? Why didn't you petition for Luke Gallows now that you're like a big deal? You know, now that you're not in the straight edge society, now you're a main eventer. Why don't you just tag team with Luke Gallows now? The answer is clear, cucks, because CM Punk has no interest in making anybody look good except for himself. You know, the problem is this. We all know this. We all know this to be a reality. We all know that CM Punk has been in it for himself the entire time. And with that being said, what can we do about this? Nothing. We have to just watch WrestleMania and watch what will undoubtedly be the worst main event of all time. Again, main event of night 1, but main event nevertheless, according to the WWE. So, for all of those that are thinking, well, this match could steal the show, I highly doubt it, number 1, but even if it does, like, who gives a flying fuck, you know? The point isn't that the match is not going to be good. The match could be a 5-star classic. The point is, there is no reason to have this match, right? Even in, like, I'll give you an example. Even in, right, like, Kurt Angle versus HBK, which you don't need a storyline, the match is happening because it's Kurt Angle versus HBK. 2 of the best in-ring guys of all time, arguably the 2 best in-ring guys of all time. So that's the match right there. The match writes itself, right? Even that one had to have a storyline, right? Kurt Angle put the ankle lock on Sensational Sherry. Kurt Angle like fucked with Shawn Michaels for weeks. Same thing. Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. The storyline starts at the Royal Rumble when they're the last two guys left in the match. That's where the storyline starts. Even though it's two legends, arguably the two biggest names in all history, right? Maybe not, but arguably, right? Even that one needed a storyline. But CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, the storyline basically is CM Punk wants to be a main eventer and he's owed a favor. Thanks, but no thanks, cucks. With that being said, take care of yourselves and go fuck your mothers!